If you are running flat pedals, is this the pedal for you? Well, let me give you my take. So I've been running flat pedals since I started mountain biking, and for the most part, other than some demo bikes and rental bikes, I've been using these cheap $20 Amazon specials. And they've served me pretty well, but lately I've been looking for a pedal with a little bit bigger surface area. One of the biggest reasons why is because I've had an issue with foot arch fatigue, particularly on long sustained downhills. So when it comes to surface area, there's no pedal that has a bigger surface area than the Catalyst pedal from Pedaling Innovations. So I sent an email to them and asked them if they would send me a pair, and in return I would do a review on YouTube about it, and they agreed to that. So for the past month or so, I've been using these pedals to get a good feel for them both on climbing and on descending. So let's start by talking about climbing. Obviously the design of the pedal is a lot different, it's a lot longer. So it is not meant to be centered over the ball of your foot like most traditional flat pedals are. Instead, you change the pedal position to have the center of your arch over the axle of the pedal. So this gives you some better stability, some better balance, and you're not wasting energy with foot flex. And when it comes to downhill, which we'll get to in a minute, foot flex, that's a big reason why I have that foot arch fatigue. Okay, so increased power, stability, does it make a difference on the climb? Well, I'm not in the best shape to begin with, so climbing is not my forte, but here's what I have noticed on the climb. Number one, obviously, because it's such a big pedal, you've got a bigger platform for your foot, so your foot is a little bit more planted. So that helps out, especially on those technical sections or loose rock sections when you're climbing, and your foot doesn't slip off the pedal like it sometimes does with traditional flat pedals. Another thing that I've noticed, and I don't know if I'm right about this or not, but it seems like with that position with your arch centered over the axle of the pedal, that you're really recruiting more of your quadriceps muscles and less of your calf muscles, so you've actually got a little bit more power and you don't fatigue as fast. So at first I struggled a little bit with the foot position because it's a little bit awkward, it's different than what we're used to, and I found that my foot would kind of naturally want to go further back to where the ball of my foot was centered over the axle again. But 2 consecutive days doing the same climb, the first day I had the more traditional foot position. The second day, I made sure that I moved my foot up to the position that it's supposed to be with these pedals, and I noticed quite a difference. Climbing was a lot easier, I did not get so fatigued, and I was able to climb pretty much the whole way with no breaks, whereas the day before I had to take several breaks throughout the climb. So does it perform as advertised on the climb? I would say yes. Now it's not a huge difference. It's not something that's going to be super noticeable, but it is a difference and every little bit counts. So the further you're climbing, the more you're going to notice that. Okay, now let's talk about descending. And this was really the biggest reason why I was looking for a pedal with a bigger platform, because I struggle with foot arch fatigue. Now the reason why I get the fatigue on the arch of the foot is because I'm flexing my foot on the pedal, but I figured with a bigger pedal there's less likelihood that I'm going to be flexing my foot so much since I have that larger platform to work with, and it has definitely made a difference in that regard. There was one time descending where I did notice a little bit of fatigue, but not nearly as bad as I had with my old pedals. Now obviously with a bigger pedal, one thing that you have to be aware of is pedal strikes. You've got a bigger pedal, so you've just got more opportunity there to strike a pedal on a rock or on a root, and I've definitely had a lot of pedal strikes on these. You can kind of see where I've scratched it up quite a bit. So you definitely have to be very conscious of your pedal position and rocks and roots on the trail. So for that reason, I wouldn't recommend these pedals for beginner riders, because when you're a beginner, you really don't have a good awareness of your pedal position as it relates to objects along the trail. For experienced riders, however, these pedals are great. I'm leaving them on my bike. So if you are interested in purchasing these pedals, I'll put a link down below in the description to the Pedaling Innovations website where you can pick up a pair. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next adventure.